Hello everyone, welcome to Vagdavi Tutorials. Those who are new to my channel, please like, share and subscribe. In last video, we have discussed about some important points about printf and how to write the printf. In this video, we will discuss some more important points about printf. Here you can see one program, main function, opening brace, int num is equals to 200, sum is equals to 10, char opt is equals to plus. Printf double quotes comma double quotes, within double quotes what we have to write? Format specifiers. What is the format specifier for integer? %t. %t. What is the format specifier for character? %c, comma variable list. We have to write the variable list. What is the variable list? Num, sum and opt. Here we have to keep one point in our mind, that is number of format specifiers is equals to number of variable lists, means variable names. Here how many variable names are there? 3. What are they? Num, sum and opt. So we have to specify only 3 format specifiers. How many you declared? That many of format specifiers we have to declare in the printf function. Here we have written only 3 variable names, so we have to specify only 3 format specifiers. If we specify more than 3, it leads to error. So how many variable names you have declared in the program, we have to write that many of format specifiers in printf function. So the point is number of format specifiers is equals to number of variable names. Here how many variable names are there? 3. So we specified only 3 format specifiers. Okay, next we will go to next point. Format specifiers can also contain any type has to be printed along with the values. So far we have seen only value is printed on the monitor. We can also print value along with text by using printf. Take one example. Main function, opening brace, int total is equals to 505, printf within double quotes total is equals to %t, comma variable name. Variable name is here total. So in printf what we have written? Value along with text. So in printf function, not only we can print value, but also we can print value along with text. So another point we have to keep in our mind is, within double quotes what you have written all will print on the monitor except format specifiers and escape sequences. Except format specifiers and escape sequences, all the text will be printed on the monitor which you have written within the double quotes. What you have written here within double quotes, total is equals to %t. T is not a format specifier or escape sequence, so T will print on the monitor. Wo is also not a format specifier or escape sequences, so wo will print on the monitor. T is also not a format specifier or escape sequences, so T also print on the monitor. A is also not a format specifiers and escape sequences, so A will also print on the monitor. L is not a format specifier or escape sequence, so we can print it will print on the monitor. Space is also not a format specifier or escape sequence, so we can it will print on the monitor. Equals to is also not a format specifier and escape sequence, so equals to will also print on the monitor. Here %d is there. Here %d is format specifiers. What I have told, within double quotes what we have written will be printed on the monitor except format specifiers and escape sequences. Here %d is a format specifiers, so format specifier will not printed on the monitor. What will print in place of %t, in place of format specifiers? The corresponding value will print. What is the corresponding value here? Total. After comma we have declared one variable, no, that is total. So in place of format specifier %t, the value of total will print. So we have to keep in this mind. So what we have written within double quotes will printed on the monitor except format specifiers and escape sequence. In place of format specifiers, the corresponding value of the variable will be printed. Here what is the variable here? Total. What is the value of total? 505. So in on the monitor the output will be total is equals to 505. In place of format specifier, the corresponding variable value will be printed. Okay, this point is very very important, so please keep in your mind. Here when we come to another example, int m1 is equals to 50, m2 is equals to 78, total is equals to 128, end with semicolon, float average is equals to 64, char grade is equals to a. Printf marks 1 is equals to percentage t, marks 2 is equals to percentage t, total is equals to percentage t, average is equals to percentage f, grade is equals to percentage t, double quotes comma m1 comma m2 comma total comma average comma grade. So all the text which is written in between the double quotes will be printed on the monitor except format specifiers and escape sequences. In place of format specifiers, the corresponding variable value will be printed. So when we come to the first one, marks 1 is equals to percentage t. Marks 1 is not a format specifier or escape sequence, so full word will be printed on the monitor, and space is also not format specifiers and escape sequence, so it will also print on the monitor. Equals to is also not a format specifier or escape sequence, so it will print on the monitor. Here format specifier is there, percentage t. What I have told, in place of format specifier, the corresponding value will print. What is the corresponding value here? m1. m1 is the variable, mn is the variable. So in place of percentage t, what will print? The corresponding variable value will be printed. So what is the corresponding variable value here? m1. m1 value is 50. So in place of percentage t, 50 will be printed. So when we come to marks 2, marks 2 is also not a format specifier or escape sequence. It will print it on the monitor. Space is also not, so it will print it on the monitor. So equals is also not a format specifier and escape sequence. It will print it on the monitor. Here the percentage t is format specified. In place of format specifier, the corresponding value will be printed. What is the corresponding value here? m2. m2, what is the value of m2? 78. So in place of percentage t, 78 will be printed. So what will be printed on the monitor? Marks 2 is equals to 78. So in place total is equals to percentage t. In place of percentage t, what will be printed? 128, because the corresponding variable is total and the value of total is 128. So total is equals to 128 will be printed on the monitor. Next, average is equals to percentage f. What is the corresponding value here? Average. So average value is 64. So 64 will be printed in place of percentage f. Here grade is equals to percentage c. Here in place of format specifier, the corresponding value will be printed. Here the corresponding value is grade. The value of grade is a. So a will be printed. So on the monitor, what is the output means? Marks 1 is equals to 50, marks 2 is equals to 78, total is equals to 128, average is equals to 64, grade is equals to a. In this way, it will be printed on the monitor. These 2 points are very very important. What is the first point? Number of format specifiers is equals to number of variable lists, and in printf we can also print text along with value. And the third point is what we will written within the double quotes, that will be printed on the monitor except format specifiers and escape sequences. Next, printf function declaration is included in stao.h. So there are some header files in which some functions will be included. Some functions will be included, but in printf what is included? stao.h is included. What is the in stao.h printf function is included. What is the full form of stdio.h? Standard input output header file. This header file is extension with .h. Header file extension is .h. So by seeing this .h, we can identify that it is a header file. Header file extension is .h. C language extension is .c. Okay. By knowing this .h.c, we can come to know that it is a header file. This is a C. We can come to know that. Next, these are some practice problems to by using printf, so that you can practice. Next, we will go to input function, that is scanf function. So far we have looked at output function, that is printf function. Now we will discuss about input function, that is scanf function. What is scanf function? It is an input function that reads values from the keyboard and stores into the variables at runtime. Scanf means reading, means taking the input. What are the three aspects of analysis? Take the input, do the process, display the output. We can display the output using printf function. We can take the values or data from the keyboard by scanf function. So scanf function is an input function that reads the values. So that takes the data from the keyboard. From the keyboard, the data will be taken and stores into the variables at runtime. At runtime only these variables will store. Okay. Scanf means reading, that reads the values from the keyboard. From keyboard, the values will be read. The values will be read and stores into the variables at runtime. At what time the variables will be stored? At runtime only the variables will be stored. So what is scanf? Scanf is an input function that reads values from the keyboard and stores into the variables at runtime. Okay. Runtime means while program is executing. When you are executing the program only, we can store the variables. Okay. Next, what is the syntax of scanf? We have already seen that syntax of printf. What is the syntax of printf? Printf followed by pair of parentheses, format specifiers within double quotes, comma, variable lists. Variable lists and format specifiers are separated by using comma and end with semicolon. Semicolon is mandatory, very, very important. If we miss the semicolon, it leads to error. Then now we come to know the syntax of scanf. What is the syntax of scanf? Scanf followed by pair of parentheses, format specifiers within double quotes and address list. These format specifiers and address lists are separated by using comma and end with semicolon. So what is the difference? You can remember easily by using the syntax. In printf we will use variable list, and in scanf we will use address list. That is the difference. What is format specifiers? It controls the format of the variables to be read. So in printf, what we have told, it controls the format of the variables to be read. Printf. Here it controls the format of the variables to be read. Okay. So in which format the variable should be read, it will decide. Who will decide? Format specifier will decide. Now we will come to address list. What is address list? It specifies the address of the variables in the memory where the variables have been allocated memory, so the scanf can directly store the values that are read from the keyboard. So address list means it specifies the address of the variables. There are in memory. Memory is a sequence of cells. It contains data. One side we can declare the name, and other side we can declare the address. Address will be allocated so that is the memory. Memory means sequence of cells. So what is address list? It specifies the addresses of the variables in the memory. So in the memory there will be sequence of cells. At one side there will be variable name, and other side there will be address. So what this address list specifies means, this address list specifies the address of the variables in the memory where the variables have been allocated memory. So the scanf can directly store the values that are read from the keyboard. So it specifies the address of the variables where the variables have been allocated. So the scanf can directly read and store the values that are read from the keyboard. It means address list specifies the address of the variables, so that so that where the variables have been allocated in the memory, so that the scanf can directly store the values that can read from the keyboard. Whatever the values that is read from the keyboard, it will store the values directly, because address list specifies the address of the variables where the variables have been allocated memory. So to specify the address of variable, it can be done using the address operator. So this address of variable, to specify the address of variable, it can be done using the address of operator. Here there is one operator which specifies the address of the variable, that is address of operator. We can see in operators. So in this scanf, please remember, so to specify any variable address, to specify the address of the variable, we can use one operator, that is address of operator. Okay, it specifies the address of the variable. What is the use of address of operator means? It specifies the address of the variable. This operator, if given before any variable, it gives address of that variable. So if address of operator is given before any variable, it specifies the address of the variable. So what is meant by address of operator means it specifies the address of the variable. That is about scanf function. Now we will come to know some examples. Main function int a, scanf %t ampersand a. So %t is format specifiers, and the address list means we have to specify the address of the variable. How we can specify the address of the variable? By using the address of operator. Address of operator means ampersand a. So when we write that ampersand a, it specifies the address of the variable where the variable have been allocated in the memory. Okay. So scanf also declaration is included in stdio.h. stdio.h means standard input output header file. Same like that only. To read the integer value, to read the character value. What is the format specifier for character %c? What is the format specifier for integer %t? What is the format specifier for float %f? What is the format specifier for double precision floating point %lf? You can see here. %lf, double precision floating point, we can use the format specifier %lf. Okay, you have to remember those format specifiers. It will be very easy for you. So these are some practice problems. So here we can see, to read one character value and one integer value, we have to read one character value and integer value. So in question they have given read. So read means you have to come to know that we have to use scanf function. Print means we have to come to know that we have to use printf function. Here they have given read, so we have to use scanf function. So you can keep this point in our mind, that before using scanf function, you can print some message before scanf function. You can print some message before scanf function. So by this example, you can come to know main function, opening brace, char symbol int a, printf enter symbol and roll number, colon, end with semicolon. What I have said in printf, whatever you have written within the double quotes, that will be printed on the monitor, except format specifiers and escape sequences. Here in printf function, nothing format specifiers are there, no escape sequence are there. So full what you have written within double quotes will be printed on the monitor, because there are no format specifiers and no escape sequences. So the message will be printed on the monitor. What is the syntax to print the message? Message within double quotes, end with semicolon. So anything we have written within the double quotes, that will be printed on the monitor, except format specifiers and escape sequences in printf. Okay, so enter symbol and roll number, semicolon is also not a format specifier and escape sequence, so it will be printed on the monitor. Next, what they have given to read one character value and one integer value. So we have to use scanf function. Scanf followed by a pair of parentheses. Format specifiers are enclosed with double quotes, that is %c and %d, ampersand symbol, comma ampersand a. Same rule will apply to scanf also. Number of format specifiers is equals to number of address lists. Okay, in printf what I have told, number of format specifiers is equals to number of variable lists. In scanf, number of format specifiers is equals to number of address lists. So how many address lists you have you want to give, means how many variables you have declared, that many of address lists you have to write, and that many of format specifiers you have to write. So that rule is also applicable to scanf. Okay, next, these are all your exercise you can do. Next, how to write C program in the computer. So if we want to write the C program at the computer, we have to execute. How to execute and how to write the C program means we have to use the Turbo C editor or Turbo C++ editor. So when we open the Turbo C editor or Turbo C++ editor, first thing what we have to do is select the file menu. There will be some names, file name, file menu, insert, there are many icons will be there. So where we have to select the file menu and select the new option. When we select the file menu, some options will be appeared. There we have to click the new option. How to save the C program. When we have written the C program, we have to save that program. How to save that program? By clicking the F2 key button. In keyboard we will have some F2 key button. By using that F2 key button, we can save our C program. So when we click that F2 key button, we will get some dialog box, means box to save that C program. We have to write that file name, extension with .c. So C is extension with .c. Header files .h. So C is extension with .c. So we have, if we want to write sum of numbers and we have to save that, the file name is, we can write add or sum, add.c or sum.c. We can write anything. So we have, but must and should we have to extension with .c, so that it will be a C program. So example you have written here, add.c, sub.c, arithmetic operator.c. Here invalid, because in between the file name there should not be any white spaces, means spaces. Here we can see that arithmetic operator, in between arithmetic and operator space is encountered. So while writing the file name there should not be any spaces. Okay, if we give any space, it leads to error, means the file won't be saved. Next, how to compile the C program. Alt plus C or Alt plus F9. By clicking this Alt plus C or Alt plus F9, we can compile the program. When we compile the program, if any errors encountered, it will display on the monitor. Okay, what we have to do, Alt plus C or Alt plus F9. Next, we have to do how to run the C program. How to run the C program? Alt plus R or Control plus F9. By clicking this commands, we can run the C program. Next, how to see the output on the monitor? By clicking Alt plus F5. So by doing this commands linely, so that we can get the answer on the monitor. First we have to open the Turbo C and C++ editor. When we go to C++ or Turbo C editor, we have to click the file menu. In that file menu we have to select the new option and we have to save the C program, that is F2. By clicking the F2, we should not give any white spaces in between the file name, and we have to give the extension, that is .c. And how to compile? We have to after saving the program, we have to compile the program, that is by clicking Alt plus C or Alt plus F9. Next, after compilation, we have to run the C program by clicking Alt plus R or Control plus F9. After run the program, we have to see the output, that is Alt plus F5. And one more important point, if we during compile time, if any errors are encountered, you will rectify the errors. After rectification of errors, you have to repeat this process from save. You have to repeat this process from save, how to save the problem. So if for example, when I compiled it, some errors are encountered, so I rectify that, I will rectify that problems, that I will rectify that errors. So from first onwards, I have to do all the process, like from where I have to start, from saving the C program onwards. We have to start, we have again to save the C program and compilation and running the program and seeing the output. So if any errors are encountered, you will rectify the errors, and we have to start from saving the C program by clicking the F2. We have to repeat all this process. Okay, these are all about scanf function.